Woke up early on that Friday morning and was able to pick myself up, the 15 Plus, in pink. So you can see, pink iPhone wording right there on the box, pink Apple logo here on the bottom, and the pink picture of the phone up top. Let's go ahead and just undo these tabs. I like how they do this nowadays. You no longer need an unboxing knife. That is no longer necessary. And let's see, we'll check out the pink right meow. Oh boy. Now the glass in the back is frosted, right? It's a very nice pastel pink. Hey, if you're into this color, you're gonna love this colorway of the new iPhone 15. This is the Plus 15, and let's take a look at the camera right there. Now in the keynote, they're saying that this is some sort of like infused glass now or something like that. It's a little bit of a two-tone look. You have the lighter pink here and the darker pink there. And yeah, that looks pretty good. This pink matches the Apple logo right there. Looks pretty nice. And the frame is also pink. I'm not seeing any of the brush though, like you do in the Pro titanium models. And also no customizable button here. So this is still the original or the OG alert slider from previous iPhones. All right, let's just go ahead and take this off. Bada bing, and there it is. We'll go ahead and turn on the phone. It's gonna turn on, right? There we go. Let that boot up and we'll have a look at the phone real fast. Back here you do have your dual camera setup, flash. On this part of the phone you have your still alert slider, your volume buttons. And just like the Pro models, the 15 and 15 Plus also gets USB Type-C. Although this is the slower port, is USB Type-C 2.0. Still, nice to see USB-C on the iPhones now. You can use the same cables to charge your iPhones, your MacBooks, etc. We'll go over here. This is your power button and then some antenna stuff right there. And we'll take a look at the camera hump. There it is. Gonna breeze through the setup. Gonna choose English. United States, that's where I'm from. I'm gonna continue here. Quick start. I'm gonna go ahead and set up without another device. Choose my Wi-Fi. It may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. Okay, software update. I'm gonna go ahead and update this later. Data and privacy, continue. Set up iPhone, set up for myself. The Face ID, we'll go ahead and set this up later. Create an iPhone passcode. Again, I'll do that later. Don't use passcode for now. Obviously, I highly recommend setting a passcode, but for right now, we're not gonna use one. Transfer your apps and data. I want a clean install, so I'm not going to transfer anything. Now the Apple ID, I'll put in my Apple identification later. For right now, we're gonna set this up later in settings. Don't use terms and conditions. I agree, I guess. Update your iPhone automatically. Continue. iMessage, FaceTime, not now. Location, I'm gonna disable that for now anyway. Set up cellular, set that up later. Skip the eSIM, the Siri, will set that up later. Screen time, set up later. iPhone analytics, I'm not gonna share anything with Apple, light or dark display. I'm a dark mode kind of person, so we're gonna go with the dark mode. Continue, emergency SOS, continue. Welcome to iPhone, swipe up to get started. And we are in. All right, a couple things I like to do. I'm gonna go to settings. I like to go to display, and we already set up the dark mode. And then the true tone, this will adjust the color temperature of the screen depending on your surrounding lighting. Personally, I don't really like that, so I'm gonna turn that off. The auto lock defaults at 30 seconds. I'm gonna do mine to 5 minutes. That is what I like. I'm gonna go back. The raise to wake. This is when you pick up your phone, screen will wake up automatically. Personally, I don't like that. I just like pressing the power button. So I'm gonna disable that. And also, let's go to accessibility. Let's go to touch. And then the tap to wake, that's when you double tap the screen. It's gonna turn on like that. I don't like that. I just like pressing the power button to wake up the phone. So I'm gonna disable that. Those are some of the basic things I like to do to pretty much any phone. iPhone 15 Plus has the 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display with HDR10 and Dolby Vision, can get up to 1000 nits of brightness and 2000 nits if necessary, with a resolution of 1290 by 2796 at a 19.5 by 9 ratio for a PPI density of 460. It does come with iOS 17 fresh out of the box, and it's rocking the A16 Bionic chip from last year's 14 Pro models. Unfortunately, this phone does not have a SD card slot, which I don't think we'll ever see that ever on an iPhone. You have your dual camera setup on the back of the device, with the main sensor having 48 megapixels at f1.6 and a wide angle rocking a 12 megapixel shooter at f2.4. It has a dual LED dual tone flash and has capability of shooting in HDR. For video, of course, you can film at 4K all the way up to 60 frames per second and 1080p all the way up to 240 frames. It can film in HDR, Dolby Vision HDR. It has a cinematic mode at 4K 30 frames with stereo sound recording. Now up front, you do have the selfie camera housed in the dynamic island, which is a new feature for the 15 and 15 Plus. This camera has a 12 megapixel shooter at f1.9, can also film in HDR and cinematic mode, 4K at 30 frames. For your regular video, it can film 4K up to 60 frames and 1080p up to 120 frames. This phone does have stereo speakers, however, there is no 3.5mm headphone jack. We will never see that on an iPhone ever again. And you can get this phone in black, blue, green, yellow, and this beautiful pink. So let's go ahead and take a quick sample video. Test out the camera. We'll go ahead and go to the video here. 0.5x. Let's see, what am I gonna film? I'm gonna film the box. I'm gonna film the S23 Ultra and these iPhones that I have in front of me. All right, so let's go. All right, this is a quick sample video from the iPhone 15 Plus in pink. All right, this is a quick sample video from the iPhone 15 Plus in pink. Now this is filming in 4K at 30 frames per second. This is the 0.5x zoom, as you can see, nice and wide here of the unboxing table. Okay, here we go with the 1x. All right, have a look. And then this is the 2x. If you want to get creepy, zoom in a little bit closer to your subject. There you go. Also, let me know how this sounds. Back to the 1x. Boom. All right, that's a real quick test of the video of this phone. Nice. So let me know in the comments below what you want me to do with the iPhone 15 Plus. Speed tests, durability tests, etc. versus its big brother, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, versus kind of sort of predecessor, I guess you can say, the iPhone 14 Pro Max from last year. Now this is an interesting question. If you're looking for a new phone, should you go with the new and current iPhone 15 or 15 Plus, or last year's iPhone 14 Pro or Pro Max? Now let's say you want to save a little bit of money, you don't want to spend it on a 15 Pro Max, so it's between these two. Which one would you rather go for? They both have the A16 Bionic. Let me know in the comments below which one you would buy. Do you want me to compare the 15 Plus with the S23 Ultra? So here's a quick comparison of these two. Very nice. Cool. So let me know your thoughts about this phone and color in this beautiful pink in the comments down below. Thanks for watching. Peace out.